welcome to a new episode of Simply Sassy. However, I have decided to change the name to Simple Elegance. And the reason why is because I went to upload it on YouTube and there was a gazillion Simply Sassy things. So I thought really it was more fitting to call it Simple Elegance because that's really what I feel is most important in your decorating, in my decorating, at least in my home, is to make it simple yet elegant and affordable, and elegant. You don't have to spend a lot of money. So I've decided to bring you today into the other spare bedroom that when we first got here, we've been in this home about 2.5 years, and when we first got here, it was the junk room. Stuff I had nowhere to put, had no idea where to put it. It was books and my tennis stuff and photo albums. Oh my stars. So there were times I'd clean it up and do the best I could, and there were other times that I would just have to literally step over piles of shoes and all kinds of stuff. But I have a dear sweet friend, Angela, came up 3 days, and I have another friend named Becky. Came up and helped me 2 days, and it's an incredible transformation, and I will post some before and after pictures as we go along, or maybe just at the end. But I want to shout out to Becky and Angela and thank them. They're just like sisters to me. They're my dearest friends, and the reason why I needed someone like that, I mean, I can do that, I can help you do that, but when it comes to your own things, sometimes it's so hard, and there were a lot of emotional things of letting go. There was, what any organizer would tell you when you're doing something. There's a giveaway, a throwaway, and maybe a keep. But we got rid of a lot of stuff, and Angela also used to sell jewelry, and so I had a ton of jewelry, and we probably got rid of half of that and gave that away and donated that. So just really exciting. So come on in and we'll just start going around the room. Here is a very special dress that I've decided to keep and hang up. My grandmother, it was made by someone, in either my great-grandmother or my grandmother, but it's called a mourning dress. And a lot of the younger people are freaked out because thank you horror movies who have put babies and infants in dresses like this to scare the daylights out of you, so no one likes them anymore. But they're very special. It's handmade and it's over 100 years old, so it's very special to me. And I had my daughter's picture made in it when she was 9 months old, and we just couldn't button it at the back. But everyone in my grandmother's of her siblings wore it, so it's very special to me. So that's there. And then finally I was able to get a mirror put up, which is great because I can back all the way up here and see full body, shoes, everything, which I love. So wonderful. And then here we have, they had made this. It's a giant closet, and it's just wonderful for my dresses and long things, and I even have my wedding dress in there. And yes, I can still get in my wedding dress. Thank you very much. And then these are just some decorative plates that I have. In this case, I did not group all 3 of them that were alike because I didn't. As you can see, the ceilings aren't really tall in here. And moving to the bed, these are some silk drapes that I made, and they were in my home, the one that we were in before, and they were in my granddaughter's room in that house. And then I picked up the stay bed. Just in the whole process of cleaning out the garage, and Tim's halfway through that. There's no attic here, so I kept saying, why is our garage so and he said, because we don't have an attic. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with all this stuff? So thankfully we're halfway through that, but it's been like a treasure to be able to go out there and go, oh my gosh, I forgot all about this. So one of the things was this, and it needs to be steamed. I haven't gotten to it, so of course this room is not finished paint wise or anything else, but it's pretty much finished. but that needs to be steamed. But that was a custom made skirt that I had made a long time ago, and then I made the shams and just some other stuff. A pillow I made out of burlap. These are vintage sheets that I got at an estate sale. This is another pillow I need to cover, and then this is a little special pillow that I bought at Sample House where I used to manage, and it's just special to me. It doesn't look exactly like Boo Boo, our dog, but it's kind of close. So, and then as we move over here, I have my two botanicals situated in a different way than you would normally possibly see them hanging. Maybe you'd see them directly, maybe say above a bed or stacked one on top of the other. But in this case, I did keep them at the same level, but I just had to separate them because of the way the room was. And then you see the other plate where it got moved. And these are just special baskets that I have. And again, it's another way of grouping them together, grouping similar objects and your favorite, favorite things. The basket on top is for knitting, which I still need to learn. I'm just really struggling with that, but that's something I love. The other one is my cross stitch basket with all my thread. And then the bigger one, that's just a really special basket, and it's got some stuff tucked away that I won't get in there. Little dresses that were mine and my sister's, and my brother, a little outfit, not a dress, but a little outfit for my brother. And so that lamp also, I love lamps. You can never have enough lamps. Never, 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 okay? You can just never have enough lamps. That was a lamp that was there when I was managing Sample House, and I just had so many lamps, and so I just kept saying, I want to get it, I want to get it. And the gal there, Patty, who is my right-hand person and best friend, she just one day said, I'm getting this lamp for you before someone buys it. I mean, I paid her back, but just so sweet of her to have done that. So that lamp is just super special to me. So as you come around, this was the closet that was in here. Now, mind you, it's not original to the house. They built these closets because back then they didn't have closets, so it was built. And so we decided, since we had the other big closet over there, that we didn't need all the closets. So my friend and I ripped out 2 shelves, stuck this in here. This is my granny's, one of my granny's drop leaf tables. And you'll see in other rooms where I've taken those leaves and made them into shelves. And I have my sewing machine here, which I haven't been able to sew in a very long time, and I miss it. And just the way things are getting situated, I'm finally going to be able to do some things that I love again. So this is just really sweet here. My daughter, in the home we lived in before we bought our first home, she would just put tape everywhere, in the closet, on the windowsills, everywhere you turned. There'd be a piece of tape, Scotch tape, which there's one there, and it's got marker on it, and then the masking tape, and it would just say, I love you, Mom. So it's super special to me, and I'm never taking it off. And this is a piece that she made for my birthday, and my friend Angela, my dear friend Angela, that came to help, she tore us down, and that's how I met her 25 years ago. My daughter was about 13. She ran down, and I dried roses at the time because we had so many in the yard, or my husband bought me roses all the time. So she just went down, she wrote a poem, she took the roses, and she got Angela to help her. Angela really didn't remember, but I think she must have taken her to buy the frame also. So it's just really, these are just special things, and that's kind of what I was telling you about. Inspiration pieces are huge, and that's what makes a room special, are special memories, things that you've had in your family, or just your favorite things. So that's what makes a room so special. I've got a lot of storage up here for threads and ribbons and different things like that. This has something for my work. That's some more fabric. Actually, I don't know if I'll keep these here, but these are a really sweet memory. These are some Disney books. No, I don't read them anymore, but I had them for my granddaughters. But my friend was like, keep them up there. They're so sweet and special to me. I remember when I was in grade school, one of the door-to-door salesmen came, and he was selling these books, and I was just drooling over them. And we didn't ask our parents for stuff, but I felt like I remember pulling on her dress and saying, Mommy, Mom, I want those. And so she bought those for me, and I could just cry because they're so special to me. So I was so excited when they came in the mail that day. So those are really special. So So this, there's some other things I haven't quite found a place for yet. I have a cross stitch piece that took me a year to make, and I really want to fit it in here, but I have so much stuff in here. I don't know if I can squeeze it in here, but this was in the house, in our house, in my granddaughter's room. So it's a special piece, and we'll see. And of course you can see I have painting to do, and that will be the last thing I do. Usually it's the first thing I do, but it will be the last. So onwards, and we're going to put a shutter up here on hinges to hide all my photo stuff. And then last but not least, I want to show you this awesome light fixture. It's so fabulous. My friend Sandy, that I talk about all the time, that owns Fresh Fellows, it was from her store, and that's where I got it. It was a great vintage find, and as Tim put it in very easily, and when I came in here and flipped on the light, and I saw the beautiful display that it made on the ceiling, this is another tip for you, is mimicking things in the room, the design. So if you look up close at these curtains, they have kind of a round circle embroidered, pinched look to them. Well, the light fixture mimics that. And so really it often happens as a happy accident, as my art teacher would say. It's just a happy accident, but I think somewhere in the back of your mind you know those things when you decorate. I mean, at least that's what I find happens with me. So that's all. One day when I get all the painting done, of course I will show you the whole house. We'll do a whole walkthrough. But thank you for joining me in this episode of Simple Elegance.